everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Des, and today I'm making for you some yummy beef empanadas. These empanadas are so easy, you guys are not gonna have a problem making them. Also, empanadas is the type of food that you could have any time of the day. You can have it for lunch, for dinner, for breakfast, as a snack. And most of all, kids, they love them. You guys are gonna see how easy these are. So let's go ahead and look at the ingredients. Okay, so these are the ingredients that we're gonna be using today. I have a chopped onion, I have garlic, a little bit of bouillon cube. This is optional. I have Kalamata olives that we could put into the stuffing as we're making the empanadas. I also have 2 hard-boiled eggs that I cut into pieces. We're also gonna put that in there, and again, it's optional. I also have the empanada dough. This is a pre-made one. And if you go into the frozen section of the Spanish side, you're gonna see that they have these, and then they have 2 different ones. They have for baking or for frying. I happen to use the one for baking because I think it's a little bit healthier. I don't like too much oil on my empanadas. And like you see, guys, these come already cut up, pre-made, and they're even separated in this little plastic in between, so they're very, very easy to take out. I like to make my life very simple when I'm making, these empanadas. I also have here ground beef that I season with a little bit of pepper. You guys could use turkey, you guys could use chicken, whatever it is. Have fun with this. I'm also gonna be using the Peruvian yellow pepper. This has no spiciness to it. It's non-spicy. And I'm also gonna use another Peruvian pepper, which is the Panca pepper. It's also a non-spicy one, but it's gonna give it a really, really good flavor. When you're eating an empanada and you're biting into it, the taste comes from the stuffing. So you want to make sure that it's full of flavor, and all these little peppers, they actually give it a really, really nice flavor to it. So we're also gonna be using salt, pepper, a little bit of cumin. I have here dry parsley because I didn't have any fresh one, but if you have fresh one at home, go right ahead, and oil. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're gonna start off with turning on our stove. And we're gonna put it at medium to high heat. Then to this, we're gonna add the oil. Okay. And then right away, I like to add my garlic. Because what's gonna happen is that if we wait until the oil is really hot, it's gonna go ahead and splash us in the face. So we don't want that. So we're gonna go ahead and wait until the garlic starts sizzling a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and add the onion. I tell you, just putting garlic with the oil and heating it up, the aroma that comes out, it's so nice already. So the garlic now starting to sizzle a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go ahead and start adding my onion before the garlic starts getting very jumpy. So. And then what we wanna do is wait until the onion kind of like gets a little bit see-through, okay? Now that our onion started to change colors and it's a little bit more see-through, we're gonna go ahead and add the rest of the stuff. So I'm gonna add of my yellow Peruvian pepper. I'm gonna add about 2 teaspoons of this. And as always, guys, I go ahead and I'm gonna link the recipe down below of all the ingredients that I'm using. I'm also gonna take my Panca Peruvian pepper. This is gonna give it a nice color. 1 teaspoon of that. Mix it up. Gonna lower my flame to medium heat. And now what we want to do is season this. So I'm gonna put my little bit of bouillon cube. I'm gonna put my pepper. I'm gonna add my cumin in it. Cumin, if you guys don't like working with cumin, you don't have to add it. I do like it, so I always like to add it in. A little bit of salt. And what I want to do, I'm going to now lower it to medium-low, just a little bit, because I want the peppers that we put in there, the puree of peppers that we put in it, to kind of like cook, because you don't want to just, you know, put the meat in, and no, you want those flavors to kind of like combine and to bind in nicely. So you want this seasoning that you're making to tie in all the flavors together, so when we put our meat, then everything is gonna combine in even more. So I'm gonna let it cook for like about a minute. It's gonna reduce a little bit, and then we're gonna go ahead and throw in our meat. All right, so it's been about a minute. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look, and as you guys could see, it's reduced down. It's okay if it starts getting stuck to the bottom. All that is gonna get picked up once we throw our meat in. So this has been cooking for about a minute or two, which is good. It has like a pasty consistency now. So that's exactly how we want it. And now I'm gonna raise my heat to medium, and I'm gonna throw in our meat. And what we wanna do is just now combine all these flavors together. It smells so good in this kitchen, oh my God. And look how easy it is. We're almost halfway done, more. So let's combine this. And at this point, guys, we want to keep stirring it until the meat is fully cooked. Okay, so now my meat is fully cooked. I'm just gonna stir around, and this is exactly the way I want it, okay? Everything is cooked. I would suggest that at this point, you just check to see if it needs a little bit more salt or not. I just tasted mine and it's perfectly fine, so I'm not gonna put any more. So at this point, I'm gonna shut off my heat, and then I'm gonna put in my dried parsley. Any herbs that you put in dried, make sure that you're putting it in after you shut off the stove, because that's when they get all the flavor. If you put in dried herbs while it's cooking and stuff, it's just gonna lose its taste. So I wait till the end, and this will just give it a nice flavor and some good color. If I had fresh herbs, I would have put it from the beginning. So the smell is so good. I just want to eat it just like that. And you just stir it up, and that's basically it. Now, what you want to do is that you don't want to start making the empanadas while this is really hot, because you'll end up burning your hands as you're trying to put the empanada together. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to let this rest for like I don't know, maybe 20, 30 minutes, something like that. And this is something that you could make from the night before, leave it in your refrigerator, and then make them in the morning or in the afternoon. That's fine as well. But always make sure that you just let it cool just a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna let that cool, and then I'll come back and show you how to put those empanadas together. Okay, so the mixture for our empanadas is pretty much cooled down, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and start stuffing our empanadas. So we are gonna take one of the discs, if I could get this out. Okay, we're gonna take that and we're gonna put our mixture inside. Now you don't wanna overpack it because then it'll just be harder to seal. So put about that much. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna put a little olive and a little egg. Again, totally optional, you don't have to do that. And then you wanna start off by sealing the top part. So when you seal the top part with your fingers, it's gonna look like a little taco. And then you're gonna put it down on a surface. I have a little plastic cutting board. You could get those at the dollar store, or if you have a cutting board or whatever you have. You're gonna finish sealing off the edges, and this is gonna be very quick, very easy. It does not have to be perfect, trust me. It's going to taste so good, so I'll show you here. It's gonna look like that. Okay, and then from here I have a baking sheet that I've already greased, so I'm just gonna put it right in there. All right, let me just do one more for you guys, just so you see it. So you take your little dough, your empanada dough, your circle, you put a little mixture inside of it. All right, just like that. And then from here, if you guys like, you put an olive, you put a little egg, just like that, and then you seal it. Start off from the top so you could work your way around. Put it down on the flat surface, and then with your fork, just push down on the edges. Okay, take it apart and it'll look like this. Very, very cute. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish all of these and I'll see you once I'm done with that. All right, so I'm done making my empanadas and look how adorable they look. They look so cute. Now, what I did was I preheated my oven to 350 degrees and we're gonna pop them in for 30 minutes. Now, before we put them in, we wanna make sure that the dough doesn't get burned and it actually cooks. So what I'm doing is that I have an egg and I'm just gonna beat it. I know it's loud. Just gonna beat it just a little bit. And we're gonna put just a tad bit of salt. All right, nothing crazy. Let's beat it again. So sort of like an egg wash that you're gonna put on top, and then, you know, just put that right on top of the empanadas, just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you wanna get all of the empanadas so everything becomes nice and crispy with the egg wash that we have. Okay, so now we're all done. We went ahead and we put on the egg wash on top of our empanadas. And like I said, I'm gonna pop them in for 30 minutes and I'll see you guys once they're done. Also, a little tip, when you're handling the empanada dough, any kind of dough, you don't want to leave it out. Make sure that you don't take out the empanada dough until you're ready to actually start making the empanadas, because what will happen, it'll dry out and it'll start cracking, and it's very, very difficult to handle it like that. All right, so I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. So my empanadas are all done baking and they look delicious. What I did was I spread a little bit of a powdered sugar around them because this is a pastry, and look how fantastic they look. Now, let's go ahead and have a taste. Can't wait. Oh my God. They are so good. There's so much flavor in it. You know, like the seasoning in it is so good. I actually had a little piece of the egg that I put in there, and I can't wait to keep eating it so I could, you know, taste that olive that I put in here as well. Again, that was optional, so if you guys don't want it, you don't have to put it in, but you have to try this. This was just really, really good, and it was super easy. Again, you could make them whenever you want. Make them the night before, the stuffing, and then make them in the morning, you know? I mean, it's just so easy. Guys, like always, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you on my next video. Take care. Bye.